Okay, so I want to establish something. Life, it can come at you fast, and sometimes it makes you think about your future. You sit back and wonder, where am I headed? Well, this year we introduced you to Clover, the Boise Police wellness canine, and Clover worked with officers to help them deal with anxiety and the difficult work that police deal with on a daily basis. Now, Clover did her best, but she did need to take care of herself and take a step back. But there's a perfect pup waiting in the wings to replace her. Let's introduce you. This year we introduced you to Clover, the Boise Police wellness canine. Clover was the first wellness canine for BPD, and she is loved department-wide. But life can be tough sometimes, even for a perfect little pup like Clover.
Clover retired out. She had some lingering anxiety issues from her past abuses. Absolutely no fault of her own, and she did a great job while she was here. But we felt like the facility dog portion of what we were looking to do was just a little bit overwhelming for her. A little more stress than we wanted her to have to live with. So we retired her out, and she's now very happy at home.
Clover's handler, BPD officer Harry Maloof, had the perfect replacement for Clover.
This is Mr. Cruz. Cruz is our new wellness canine.
Cruz will work with officers who sometimes just need love or a distraction. And he's much different than Clover. A more high-energy dog for sure, Maloof says.
So Cruz, basically, he's with me 24 hours a day. When we wake up in the morning, one thing I say about Cruz is no matter what we did the day before, it's like you hit the reset button right away. The second we get him out of his kennel, he's running outside, he's ready to eat, he's ready to play. We come in here, typically night shift officers are in here typing reports and wrapping up their night, and he comes running down the hall to greet them, usually sliding into a chair, and super excited. So they get to show him some love and be around him quite a bit.
Cruz loves love. While we spoke with Officer Maloof, he was cuddling and getting love from our superstar photographer, Teresa. She multitasked during the interview.
Everybody loves him because he's just a big goofball. So we knew right away that Cruz was going to stick around with a little bit of training, and Clover just transitioned to home.
Cruz on the squad is exciting, but Clover's retirement comes with an important reminder for us all.
And it played into what we're trying to get out to officers and civilians alike, in that you have to be able to help yourself to help other people. And so we felt like for Clover, if the best thing for her was to step down from the full-time position, then that's what we were going to do. And now she's thriving and a lot less stressed out, still a great happy dog. So it worked out.
Cruz is about 1.5 years now, and he's still learning and training. His older sister, Clover, gives him some tips at home. Probably, right? His reception in the field, though, is great so far.
And it's a really good tool for us to be able to try to bridge the gap between us and the community and really just humanize officers. It seems to be a perfect icebreaker for us out in the community. So he really serves a couple different functions.
Even during his big interview, Cruz is working in his special way.
And what he's doing right now, getting pet, is pretty much what he does all day. So it's a cool job for a dog.
And Cruz, like his sister Clover, has a real nose for the job.
When you're going around to very stressful events that are compounding on each other, sometimes you just need something to break that stress cycle, right? So when you come in here and you see this big goofball barreling down the hall at 85, 90 pounds, almost running into the wall to catch a ball, it kind of breaks you out of that cycle immediately. And even just 5 minutes of interacting with him, there's very rarely that somebody doesn't smile within a few seconds of seeing Cruz. So that's kind of the purpose. It definitely helps lift morale, and it's been a very positive thing.
And I got to tell you, we tried to show it in the story there. Cruz was running around the entire time we were there interviewing Officer Maloof, and Cruz is a really great character. But I know sometimes when we talk about stuff like this, people at home, the cynics, they say, well, how big of a difference does it really make? Talking to Boise police officers, I can tell you that the relationship that they had with Clover and now that they have with Cruz, it really does make a difference. And as Officer Maloof talked about, when the officers have something difficult to deal with and they're back in the station, having something, a buffer to break it up, like Cruz, a really fun-loving dog, it really does make a big difference, and it helps keep them in the right mindset. Of course, Boise Police and police law enforcement across the country can be a very difficult job, so having a dog around, it can be a really beneficial thing for them. And again, Officer Maloof says if you see him and Cruz out in the community, do not be shy. He loves to say hi to people. That's why they have him on the force as a part of his real job there. So it's awesome to see that. And again, Clover's doing well, but Cruz is taking over at BPD. All right, 208 steps aside. We'll be right back after this.